Hi you guys, how you doing? So I want to come on today and share a little bit of my life with you. And there's a lot I have to share and a lot that needs to be known. First of all, let you all know that I love you all and thank you for watching. I am Karen and I want to share with you an experience that I had, and then I'll give you a little bit details and all that good stuff. But I want to go a little bit from when I was growing up, so you have a little bit of background on who I am. And most of you know me that are probably watching this firsthand. I would like it if you would please share. So as a kid, 8 years old, I got baptized. I got baptized at First Baptist Church in Pomona, California. And it was cool. I was glad that my mom took me to church, and that day I just felt that I want to be baptized. I want Jesus in my heart. So I got baptized. And growing up a little bit, like, kids would make fun of me and whatever. Life goes on, because I had a cleft palate and they'd be like, baby talk, and yeah, I remember it was kind of hurtful, but you know, I always moved on. I got in a couple little fights because of it, because I got tired of being made fun of sometimes, but whatever. So on through life, I was in relationships. Any of my relationships, I know that anything that I've been through has been to prepare me for this day. And I have been in abusive relationships that I chose to stay in because I was under the whole one marriage, stay together forever thing. And once I decided to bring a child into the world, I chose not to stay in a relationship of any type of abuse. And then moved on, had a couple amazing relationships. Then one of my last ones I was in, oh my goodness, I have forgiven everybody in my life, and I usually forgive them before they even do anything, because I know that nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes, and I definitely would not want the Father not to forgive me for mine. So anyways, moving on. So there's been a lot of ups and downs and trials, and I've had some pretty serious things happen in my life, and so be it. But I lived a pretty good life. I lived an amazing life. Whether or not whatever I was going through, it didn't really seem to affect me the way it might affect others. But so keep marching forward, right? So I was home for about a year helping my mom and stuff, and I've always kind of went to church off and on. I read the Bible more with myself than going to church, but I knew enough. In fact, I know a lot. Now I really, I don't even know if I can contain it all. So I'm going to try to stay on track, okay? So, I was home for about a year, and I was this is around the time that the present president was getting put into office. And I noticed a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, like just all the nonsense amongst the parties, the political stuff, the news channels not wanting to show, you know, all the candidates on their channels and stuff. So I started researching. I went down the rabbit hole. Now mind you, the prior years to this, I've always been a worker. So I was at work for 18 hours a day, not really paying attention to what's going on in the world, just doing my thing. Majority of my life, I've always been a loving, caring, let me do for you type of person. That came very easy for me. Did it have to do with being baptized at 8 and Jesus was my example? Yes. And that's what got me to where I am today. And so I was home. I was eating clean for about a year and really trying to just, eat really well, be the healthiest I can be, because once I got down the rabbit hole, I started seeing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I was like, well, I want to be prepared, I want to be prepared for anything. Sorry about the wiggles. The road's a little bumpy and my phone holder is not that awesome. So anyways, I want to be prepared for anything, right? So after the rabbit hole, I started reading the Bible again. I read it regularly anyways, but at this time I was went back into the Bible to see certain things, to, compare with different things that are going on. And then I was like, Behold Israel, Amir Safari. I started watching him and I was like, I like how, that I liked his whole story and his religious background and everything. So he reminded me of a very good watcher on the wall. So I was like very interested in, what he was talking about and stuff. And then he had mentioned that the Feast of Israel were coming. So I went ahead and I was like, I want to learn the Feast of Israel, so now mind you, I wasn't smoking cigarettes or doing, anything. I was clean for a year. And then I had went ahead and started doing and learning the Feast of Israel. So while I was doing that, some of the feasts require you to fast. And so I was partaking in it, and the Feast of Sukkot, and all these different feasts. And so in a matter of like on my third day of fasting, I felt fine. I was getting ready to do my hair, and I was standing in the mirror just, combing my hair, and a sudden stillness came around, like me, in the whole area that I was standing. And I was like, what is going on? I felt the change. And then I heard all this chattering, like I was at a party or something. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? Kind of like feeling like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And so I couldn't tell you how long it went on for, but not that long. And then I heard a whisper in my ear. And it was the Father whispering in my ear. I'm not sharing what he said, just for the record. And I was like, kind of not scared, but like I wasn't expecting that, because nowhere was I ever told that the Father literally comes and does, speaks to you outside of you. Now, I've felt him on the inside and tell me, your intuition feeling and that kind of thing, but he spoke to me. And then I was like shown, like from the beginning to the present, kind of what was going on with children, or like we were exchanging information, because I was down the rabbit hole. What I learned, what was going on with the children and stuff, all bad. So I was like, what in the world is happening? So it kind of, freaked me out. So I got on my hands and knees after I heard him whisper to me, and I was like, okay, Father, please stop. I've seen enough. And then everything was silent and still again. And I got up, and I want to let you guys know this in case it happens to you. Do not be scared. Because if I was to do it again, if I would have had my arms wide open, I probably would have been able to piece it together a little better. I don't know. But it's amazing. That's all I have to say. So once that happened, I then started feeling like I was stuck to the planet, to the earth. Like I was magnetically trying, like I could walk just fine and everything was perfect, but I could feel the weight on my feet, like I was stuck to the earth. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But then I felt like I had to walk and walk and walk. So I started periscoping, and we, you know, now mind you, I still didn't know what was going on or what had happened. I was just like, wow, that's really amazing. I had a amazing encounter with the Father, because I was so happy and so loving, which comes kind of naturally to me because I've been that way all my life. And I was just, let's go. I had to go. Like I had to go. I had to keep searching for something that, like, what just happened to me? What just happened to me? Because I was baptized at 8, and I had a couple surgeries earlier on in life. So maybe, I mean, as far as I know, it could happen more than once. But I was like, I gotta find out what took place in my body, because for some reason I was being told something took place in me. So I was reading the Bible, I was watching videos, just everything, you guys. And then I came across Global Witness, and it's like I understood everything he was saying, like as if he was me. It was strange. And then come to find out, well, we'll just skip that part. And then, so I was up till 4 in the morning. I'll come back to that part. I was up till 4 in the morning reading the Bible about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. And I was reading the part about the 10 virgins and the oil in the lamp. And I was like, what is the oil in the lamp? Like, I need to know. And so I was just like, I asked the Father. I just straight asked him, what is the oil in the lamp? Please show me. And I shut the Bible and I went to bed. When I woke up and went on to go onto my phone and start my news research and all this kind of stuff, there was a video on there called Raising the Chrism Oil. And it absolutely blew my mind. I was like, that is what happened that day when I was standing in the mirror getting ready. And so I felt it within. I felt it immediately. Like, this is what took place. And then I kind of like questioned, okay, so scripture's in us. Well, how come we're not told like it physically is in us as we're growing as a Christian? But remember, the Bible comes from a long time ago, so there's no one to blame except the evil one that tried to deceive. So I call my brother because he is the most knowledgeable man that I know regarding the Bible. And I would ask him questions and he would be like, yeah, he answered all my questions, all my questions. And he's always been an amazing helper to me. And he's the one that goes to church and really is dedicated. So I thank him so much for all the questions that I've had that he's answered. So me going to church every once in a while and all that kind of stuff, I never knew that the scripture was literally within us. Kind of, but not to the point of what happened to me. And then I was like looking in the Bible for it and all that, but it wasn't until I saw that video. And I just want to let you know that our Father, the eternal almighty creator, is so amazing, you guys, that we should be searching for his heart. Him. He is real. You must be a believer.